Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I want to just first say I'm not from Mount Vernon. I'm from White Plains. And the question was raised to me when I said I was coming out here, what is your interest in Mount Vernon? Why are you so concerned about Mount Vernon? I said I have a 14-year-old daughter that goes to school in Mount Vernon. That's enough.
That's right.
And when I hear about shootings out here, these fights that are going on up at the high school, when I look at my daughter's Facebook page and I see that somebody tagged her in a fight that's going on out there, that's my concern. Because I don't want to get that phone call telling me I have to come to Mount Vernon because something happened to my child. Outside of that, I am, as Damon told you, I am one of the founders of the Westchester Coalition for Police Reform. Our objective is simple. We want to build trusting relationships between law enforcement and the community. And we meet resistance on both sides. I'm not going to act like we don't. I get resistance from law enforcement. I get resistance from your regular civilians out there. Because there's that trust issue right there. So this is one of the reasons why I'm out here. And as Damon said, I'm a family member of a victim of injustice. I watched the system lie. I watched the department and the system of government cover up the killing of a man. I watched the system basically put their thumb on the scale of justice so that I could get no justice. So when I have conversations with family members like this, and they talk about the pain that they feel and they talk about the injustice, what we have to do is we have to change that mindset of it's not my problem until it's my problem. This is why we all have to come together. When I see everybody out here like this, I say, wow, all these numbers right here need to go to the legislator's office.
That's right.
We all need to pack it out. It's not that big.
That's right.
And we need to demand that they do something. You want a different commissioner in that department? Don't ask the mayor, tell the mayor.
That's right.
Okay? Don't ask him. He works for you. Okay? So I've tried to have conversations with this mayor. I've sent emails. I've made phone calls. I've sent snail mail. No response. And that had to do with the inappropriate Facebook posts that a police officer put out here, and yet you're serving a community where it's predominantly black. That's a problem. I always say when leadership is compromised, leadership must change. I see the elected officials out here, and this is a great thing. And I hope that that is an indication that they are coming together with you guys to affect the change that needs to happen there and here. Because that's the only way that it's going to happen. To the families, again, my condolences to you, because I know those sleepless nights. I know what you're feeling. I know the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I know the what if I'd have just said, no, don't go nowhere. Or if I'd have made a phone call or anything like that. I know what you guys are feeling. And my heart goes out to you. You lost your sons. Some people lost daughters. I lost my father. And when you talk about summary executions, you're talking about somebody being killed without the benefit of a fair trial. Your family members did not receive a fair trial. Somebody just said they were guilty of whatever and took their life. And that's unacceptable. And the only way we're going to change that is if we all come together and we fight. Now, again, we are the Westchester Coalition for Police Reform, not the White Plains Coalition. That means that we will come out here We will stand with you. We will push. We are not activists, we are advocates. And we will help you make the change that's needed out here. And if your leadership is not doing what they're supposed to do, as my brother Damon would say, vote them out. Get them out of there. And put people in there who really have their finger on the pulse of what's going on in your city. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody that came out. It's one thing that the families and everybody's talked about, that we got to do a few things. You know, we have state senators, we have state assemblymen, we have congressmen, we have elected officials in Washington, D.C. If we really want change, let's start making phone calls to their office, and let's start telling them to come and make a change in our police department, and ask them where are the monies that's supposed to come to our city. Because that's what we elect them to do. We send them down to Washington, D.C. to bring home the bread. To bring home the bread for our communities. To bring home the bread for community centers and after school programs and daycare centers and everything that a community needs. Nobody said anything when they pulled out probation from Mount Vernon. Probation was necessary because it gave those kids the opportunity to become better. Now they have to catch a bus, go to New Rochelle or go to White Plains, and then if they ain't got no money in their pocket, they get violated, then they back up at the county jail with me, and I'm waking them up in the morning to go to court. I've been doing this for 27 years. I've been watching generations and generations of young black males and females come to jail that they shouldn't come to jail. And then they say, Mr. Jones, I wish we had somebody like you out in the street to talk to us. So before we solve the gang problems in the community, we got to stop the gang banging amongst ourselves as adults. We got to stop that. And then we have to come together, and then we got to get the devil out of City Hall and the devil out of the police department.
Pray for our city.
Because there's no way, no other city will allow a garbage man to be deputy police commissioner. No other city. He wouldn't try it in Scarsdale. He wouldn't try it in White Plains. But he thinks he could do it here. And that shows what he thinks about other people, because we're allowing it. So make those phone calls, people. Make those phone calls. Shine a light on the police department. Y'all have the power. Y'all have the power to do it. Everybody that has been elected in Mount Vernon works for you. They work for you guys. You pay the taxes. So let's change it. And we could do it. It's not hard. Every other town does it. Start coming out to the city council meetings. Start putting your grievances on record so the city council can act on it. They can only act if it's on record. And write letters. Go to the county legislators and voice your opinion there. Lyndon Williams is our representative. Call his office, make him do some work. Because that's what they're here to do. Because if we don't do it, the cycle will continue. And we got to change it. Every other city growing but Mount Vernon. We cannot be so gun shot up in the mind that this is acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable that I have to run over potholes every 5 feet. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. You got a Legoland building as you come into Mount Vernon. It's not acceptable because it wouldn't be accepted in any other community, but they do it to our community.
It's not acceptable. We got a fake police commissioner that look down on renters.
That's right. Even the fake deputy police commissioner says renters do not give anything to the community. Well, this is a city of 60% renters, and the mayor's a renter. So I guess he's correct because he hasn't done anything for the community in the last 12 months, but make it worse. So let's get on our post, people. Let's get on our post. This is what it's all about. The power is in your hands. That's why we have the radio show People Before Politics, because it's people first. It's people first. So let's leave here with a goal, because I'm telling you what, we're going to the feds. We're going down to the U.S. Attorney Pete Barrera. We're writing the letters. But we can only do it as a community. They will come in, but we have to request it because we want our community safe and we want our community to grow like every other city. Just because we black people just don't mean we need to live in an uncivilized situation. Because we're civilized, church going and faithful people. We was put in this condition. It was systematically put in a position. So let's go. I thank everybody for coming out. And I want everybody to call your elected officials. Oh, what's this?
We're going to post that tonight.
Oh.
Mount Vernon Families Against Violence.
Oh, we're going to post all the information on Mount Vernon Family Against Violence. And we're going to post all the numbers on Facebook, correct? It'll be on Facebook? Mount Vernon Family.
Make those calls.
Well, it says Against Violence here. Okay, Mount Vernon Families for Justice. It's going to be posted tonight on Facebook. All the numbers. Please make the calls. That's how things get changed. Everything's going to be everything. The addresses, phone numbers, everything's going to be on Facebook.
Okay. Good. Including Dinopolis.
Everybody's there.
Got Dinopolis? Because I posted everything and nobody's even.
Everybody's there. Every elected official that Mount Vernon is in their district will be on there. And make calls to everybody. Just leave a message or fax or email, but all the information will be there. Let's start to change ourselves. Thank you. I want to thank everybody. Anybody want to say anything?
I want to thank you. I want to keep this going. And for the people that will not be able to write letters, we'll start petitions. We'll go door to door if we have to. But we got to speak out, Mount Vernon. We can't let them do us like this. We cannot let them do us like this. We are not peasants that you can throw bird crumbs. We're not birds.
Right.
We need to fight and get our city back. Kids are not kids anymore. They'd have nowhere to play. They don't have anything to do. Bring back PAL. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to sleepaway. I was so happy for that camp. Bring that back. Bring a lot of things back here. Don't take what I'm saying, go do it, and do a photo op. And cause those are temporary. Give us some permanent stuff. Give us some permanent things to do. I thank you again.
Right on that. I didn't think it would be this. Sure.